that, we could share some of those resources. In fact, I think the year before last we even shared transportation to make that easier. So I can see maybe expanding that and maybe, doing some mock competitions between the two teams, or maybe some afternoon either joint field trips or presentations. But, that's yet to be worked out. But rather than just living in isolation there, working on our own, meet some other kids that are getting involved in it and try to help them and pick their brains at the same time.
One of the things that Envirothon students say consistently on their evaluations is that it's great to meet other students who care about this stuff like they do.
One other comment from my students. They came home from last spring's competition determined that we're going to have team T-shirts this year, because they looked around at all the other schools with their matching T-shirts and decided that this was something that we needed to have our team spirit with our matching shirts. So for a new beginner coach, that might be something to encourage the kids to do, because they'll discover that that's what everybody else is doing when they get there.
Yeah, our kids are always jealous because they just wear science team shirts because they haven't gotten their act together. So they do spend part of the ride home talking about which team shirts they like the best. So I agree, that's a great suggestion. It's a good team bonding experience, too.
I think it was Dan's suggestion that we have a vote at lunchtime on the
yeah, I think that might become part of the event, is the team T-shirt.
That's
there were a lot of
great.
teams that were pretty proud of their team shirts, and it seemed to be a pretty good part of the the culture of the day. So I think we might incorporate it somehow by maybe a competition or a vote of some kind. So
I think that sounds terrific. I think ways for other kids, other types of awards besides just the placement in the field stations and the current issue, I think is a great idea, because there's certain teams who have been around for a long time and have certain resources at their disposal, and they continue to be the top finishers with some random exceptions, but I think it's nice for kids to feel like it was worth showing up. I think they feel that anyway, but I think having other kinds of awards is a really great idea.
So I'm wondering, with the current issue topic, how, when we actually get that, something from Will that tells us what to do and how to update that?
Yeah. There's several parts to this. One is the workshop at UMass, where there are a lot of presentations on various aspects of the topic, and it's at that workshop that the resource guide, such as it is to get people started in their community research, is formally out. But it sounds like people are already doing it. I mean, food and agriculture is like we kind of know about in our communities already. It's one of these very cool issues that is already kind of in our blood. And so it sounds like people are already starting, figuring out in their own way how they're going to learn about sustainable local agriculture in their community, and that's the way it ought to be. The guide that we prepare is really kind of a very general framing of the issue and suggestions for where to get started, but it's not. I mean, we also in March, give people the official problem that they need to respond to, and include with that the score sheet that the judges look at. But hopefully by then the teams are already off on their own really productive tangents. I have to say, especially since Patty Doyle is here, that her team came to me in I think I've got the story right. In 2000, when the topic was wetlands, wetland conservation, and they said to me, well, we really want to do vernal pools. We want to focus on that, just that. And I said, well, you know, there's other parts of this wetland issue that you really should be aware of. Well, no, this is what we really want to do. And I said, well, if you want to score well, you're going to have to convince the judges that that was the most important thing for you to do. And they did. And they won. So that's an example I always use to say, you know, what the judges really respond to the kind of enthusiasm and the diligence, the excitement of the students, as at least as much as the you know, specific issues that they address.
Speaking of vernal pools and T-shirts, I'm looking at the picture that you have up on the slide right now, and those T-shirts originated in Reading as part of our Vernal Pool Association. I don't recognize the students. I don't think they are being worn by Reading students, but those are the shirts our Vernal Pool Association sold as fundraisers. So it's fun to recognize them on somebody on your slideshow.
Well, Reading has quite a history with vernal pools.
And those students are from Quabbin Regional.
Those students are from Quabbin?
Yes.
Cool.
Well, we should probably be conscious of people's time here.
Yeah, we ran over a little bit here, so I mean,
yeah.
I guess in ending, if anyone had any further questions, also on the last slide that I've put up here is the website and Will, myself, and Britta's contact information. So if folks have additional questions, you know, want to reach out to us, that information is there. And I guess I would also end with just saying visit the website if you haven't, for those potential coaches. All the information is there. Britt is very good at getting that all up there, as well as answering any of your questions. So I would point you for the next step to contact Britta and check out the website and you know, hopefully get your team started.